Okay. Can you hear me? Trying out new software. So, if you can hear me, see me, hi. I would appreciate. Hi, Claudia. You hear an echo? Shoot. Okay, hold on. Thank you, thank you. Shoot. I think I know what the problem is. Let's see. Okay, is that better? Is the echo gone? Hi, honey. Okay, perfect. Thank you guys. How is everybody? And thank you, Rowan, for being here. You absolutely do not have to be the mod the entire time. Appreciate you if you do want to do that. I am super happy and thankful. Happy Harvest Moon, Brandy. Exactly. Okay. Well, so I'm using new software again for using my camera as a webcam. So we're playing it by ear tonight. So if anything goes wrong, I apologize, but we're just going to fly through it. So how is everybody? I'm going to let everybody kind of circle in and come on in before we get started. So if you guys want to tell me all about your day, what you've been doing, if you guys have anything fun planned for tonight's full moon, anything super exciting, or if you just plan on, having a little self-care time, that is perfectly fine too. The world is chaos right now, so having some self-care time is absolutely imperative. Hi, Ronald. Nice to have you here. All right. So tonight, we're just going to have a super low-key... Oh, thank you. Super low-key hangout. We're going to pull some cards to see, kind of what this partial lunar eclipse in Pisces is going to have for us. And then if we have time, if we're chill, I'll pull some cards for individuals. Whenever I do any kind of card readings on live, I do not have you needing to pay. I do not have you needing to claim anything. It's just a real free for all. We're just here to have a good time. So what I do in case you're new to the lives here, I just go by first call, and then it kind of comes into a list situation. We just go down the list. So I've got a few hours tonight that we can just have fun and see where it goes. So with that being said, let's talk about tonight and the astrology behind it. So we are obviously in a full moon, but that also means we're in a lunar eclipse. It is eclipse season. So first of all, what is a full moon energetically? A full moon is all about endings of cycles, as well as harvesting the seeds that you planted in the new moon phase. So if you had any intentions, if you had any plans, it's kind of going back and harvesting those and seeing what came to fruition if you were working towards your goals. Also with the full moon, it's huge with emotions, so they can be heightened, especially with the eclipse. So you might be experiencing intense emotions, intense dreams, heightened intuition, because that moon is so big in the sky. As well as, what was I going to say? Let's do the lunar eclipse. So the lunar eclipse, especially in the Pisces season, this talks about healing. So we're going to probably be bringing up a lot of past things that we haven't really worked through, past emotions, past experiences that tonight's kind of illuminating. Full moons are fantastic for illuminating things that we need to pay attention to, things that we need to take a more closer look at. And so with a lunar eclipse, we are illuminating things that maybe we need to work through emotionally with the Pisces energy. So Pisces is all about integrating the material with the ethereal, with the imagination, so balancing the two. And it might be a time for real introspection tonight with the shadow work, with the healing. I wrote notes, so if I'm looking off to the side, I wrote notes of what I was getting. And Pisces is all about being a water sign, so getting in touch with your emotions, getting in touch with your intuition, allowing those things to kind of flow. Hey, Lady D, welcome in. Hi, Magda. It's great to have you guys here. We're just getting started. So Pisces are very empathetic, very intuitive, but they have a tendency to be in their escapism side, where they are all up in their imagination, in their intuition, and they use that as a form of escapism instead of dealing with the practical and the problems at hand in the material world. So with this full moon, it's asking us to kind of illuminate where that imbalance is and to work through that. We're going to probably see a lot more focus on symbolism, on our spirituality. A lot more spiritual awakening might be happening tonight as well. Hey, Maureen, welcome in. Colorado, a place I want to visit someday. And so again, with the Pisces sign, it is a mutable sign. So that means it's a sign that is very adaptable, is easy to change. And so this is another indication to flow and be fluid with what's going on. So allow your emotions, whatever comes up today, tonight, next couple of days, this whole week even. Allow yourself to kind of flow through them, kind of see where they're sitting in your body, examine them, and allow it to be something that you work through and flow through instead of keeping it bottled up, keeping it, sealed in, because that's only going to promote more need to work through that healing. Okay, surrender and welcome change is the whole other thing with that. Let's see, what did I want to say with the lunar eclipse? Okay, so with the lunar eclipse, it's different from a solar eclipse. Lunar eclipse happens with the full moon. Solar eclipse happens with the new moon. And this is big healing energy. With this one, especially with it being in the sign of Pisces, you could be clearing out old karma. If you are subscribing to past lives, you can be clearing out karma from those past lives as well, if you choose to work through those moments of healing, your shadow work, etc. And then it might give you more of an understanding of past events that are happening, that have happened in your lives, especially, I think it's, 8 years ago? And then 16 years ago, I believe. Don't quote me on that. So this is a good time to overcome challenges and obstacles that may have been in place for you. If you have been feeling intensely this week about like there's something that needs to change and I don't know what that is, tonight's the night to kind of investigate. And then just have patience with yourself, be open to what comes through, be open to the change, and you will probably have the capacity to be feeling those intense emotions and the energy of it for about this whole week, if not more. But there's breakthroughs that are going to be happening, healing going to be happening, and we're going to release the past. The thing that I'm subscribing to more lately, that I've been more accepting of, that I always tried to be in the past, is to just live in the present moment, to just be present. And that alone will help you move through a lot of anxiety and a lot of stress, because what is in the past is now in the past. It no longer has any reason to be in the present with you. And in the future, it hasn't happened yet. So why worry about things that you cannot control, that hasn't even happened yet? So tonight, allow yourself to just be. It's big water energy tonight. So if you're planning on doing any kind of rituals, let water be involved. So if that's a cleansing bath, if it is, I would maybe hold off on moon water just because the eclipse energy can kind of be a little chaotic. But if you want to go for it and have eclipse water, do your moon water. That's totally fine. Again, listen to your intuition. That's going to be a huge part of tonight, the rest of the week. But allow water to be in with what kind of rituals you do. I forgot to do it today, but a simmer pot. You can use past moon water, any kind of water you have, any kind of spices that you feel called to, and just allow it to be on a pot on your stove simmering. So not boiling. Keep an eye out, and that will help clear out the energies in your home. Again, set your intentions. Oh, hi, honey. Okay, so what I've got on the table here, this is the Stellar Visions Oracle, and this one is the Astro Soul Oracle deck. And then I'll, when I pull more cards from the different decks, I'll let you know what those are too. And then all of these decks I do have videos on, so if you want to see them more in full, they're all there. Hey, Adam, is that how I pronounce your name, Adam? I want to make sure I'm pronouncing everyone's names correctly. Welcome in. Oh, hi, Lottie. I know. So sorry. It's like whenever I am busy working or whatnot, she wants to be in here. She's my little shadow. All right. So what does this all mean for tonight too? So we're finding that inner balance between our practical responsibilities, what we need to do, as well as achieving our dreams, being imaginative, finding that common ground. We're following our intuition. We're diving into our emotions, allowing ourselves to let them flow through and feeling them, and sending out your dreams into the universe. It might be a little bit difficult to manifest today, but like just have those intentions for yourself. And then again, release any limiting beliefs, any fear, especially when it comes to your shadow work, healing. Sometimes it hinders our process of healing when we're afraid to look at what we need to look at. So that could be our behaviors, our past traumas, past events, but we need to at least work through them, kind of face some of those fears. Otherwise, we're going to see these repeating patterns. But remember that your thoughts are not you, that you can kind of change your thoughts if you don't want to be thinking those limiting beliefs. And release anything that no longer serves you. So anything that you feel is burdening you, holding you back from achieving what you want, holding you in a place of stagnation that's stuck. Look at maybe what's preventing you from being more confident in certain areas of your life, what's preventing you from being more intuitive, and maybe preventing you from feeling some of your feelings. And then the last big one here is forgiveness. So this energy about healing and emotions and being intuitive in this Pisces situation, it really tells us that forgiveness is key to move forward, because forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for you, so you can move on. So this is not only forgiving other people that may have caused hurt toward you in the past. This is forgiving yourself too, and giving yourself grace for allowing those energies or those people to kind of allow you to feel the way that you have felt, if those are the correct words. But now is the time to get back on track. Change is going to happen whether we like it or not, so we might as well just move with it and allow it to pull us where we need to go. And again, tonight, if you want to kind of start that shadow work process, it's a fantastic night to do so. Maybe journal your feelings, journal what makes you feel like you're being held back, what makes you feel like you're being in stagnation mode. Journal whatever comes out. Let a word vomit happen, or a brain dump, whatever terminology works best for you, happen. Also, while we're on the subject of shadow work, I was sent this. I didn't do a video on YouTube about it, but I did on TikTok. Phenomenal place to start if you have not done shadow work before. I do have it linked in my Amazon shop under witchy things or witchy items, but it is a workbook and a journal that helps you kind of connect with your shadow, understand it. There's so many activities in here to help you move through it. And it's very gentle. It's very easy to understand, very gentle. If that's something that you want to get started with, I have that for you. I have a couple other things linked in there. Again, whatever works best for you. Shadow work is going to look different for other people. That one specifically has a lot more like workbook journaling in it than it's more guided is what I want to say. All right. So with that being said, I do want to pull a couple of cards for the overall energy. Let's see. Let's move this out of the way. We don't need this anymore. We don't need it. Okay. So I go to the thrift stores. I found the Territorial Tarot deck at the thrift store. Phenomenal find, but it didn't come with a guidebook. It didn't come with anything. It was literally in a loose plastic bag. All of the cards were there. So, oh, it's on sale at Walmart. Awesome. That's very cool. I didn't know Walmart was selling it. So anyway, I didn't do a video on it because it's kind of a weird deck to do a video on because it's all words, which is fantastic. But the more I work with it, the more I like it, because as somebody who has brain fog and fatigue and all of that, it really helps my brain kind of reconnect with the energy of the card. So we're going to try it out tonight. We're going to get a card for the overall message of tonight, and then we're going to get a card for any advice moving through the energy. Hey, Katara, welcome in. How are you doing? All right, let's get a card for the overall message for tonight. Oh, that's too many. One at a time, please. The World. Completion, harmony, accomplishment, and achievement. Ending of a cycle as well. So we're definitely in that moment of triumph. We've gone through this whole big year. We've gone through this whole big crazy cycle. And now we're seeing the completion of it. And we're coming out on the other side. We're coming out of it. And especially with the World, it talks about successful completion, achievements. And so again, with the full moon, it makes sense that we are going to be reaping the rewards of the hard work that we have put in. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope it comes soon. But yeah, this is exciting. So new things are happening, will be coming in, especially if you do more of that healing work tonight. More good things, more wonderful things will be coming in. Okay, can I get advice to move through this energy? Oh, we got Temperance. This card loves to come out for full moon readings. So Temperance is all about like balancing again, what we were talking about with the spiritual and material. Moderation is definitely the alchemizer of the major arcana. So again, healing, we're going to look at alchemizing our past issues into making them more a flourishing thing instead of an ick. We're going to move through it, we're going to move past it, and we're going to use that as a jumping off point to get better, stronger, wiser even. The things that we go through, the experiences that we have, it does teach us things. It does propel us forward. And so right now it's all about alchemizing that, alchemizing your feelings of certain people, situations, things that you have been through, and turning that into, what's that saying? Turning pain into power or something like that. But that's kind of the vibe. But definitely making more of a harmonious ending to this cycle. So the eclipses, especially this one, this is all about, healing and breakthroughs. And this is definitely the energy that I'm getting here with this. Let's go ahead and take a look at more cards. This is the heavenly bodies astro deck. I love this. This is all watercolors. Sextile, combination of tension and flow, potential and a rewarding situation. I love that. Yeah, we are balancing a lot, and we are looking at having a rewarding situation happen from it. Going with the flow. House 10, so we have structure, discipline, life missions, accomplishments, and career. Some more confirmations there. And house 11 with friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs. And we have conjunction here, union, merging, and coming together. So yeah, we do have more of more completion. Goodness, that's my words coming to me, I swear. Okay, this is the Queen of the Moon. She is definitely been used a lot. Whoop. October 1st. Okay, so not too far away. That's good. I know it's horrible when things like that happen, but at least they're not making you wait like months, you know. So that's a positive thing. We're looking at things in a positive way. All right, can I get confirmation cards here? Maybe not. There we go. Attraction, supermoon. What are we attracting? What are we wanting to attract in for this next cycle? That one wanted to come out. Ah, yep, facing our fears. Getting real comfortable with our shadows. And boundaries. This is a really good time to set those boundaries as well. Especially if you've been struggling with boundaries. Ooh, I know I do all the time. I'm a recovering people pleaser. So boundaries are definitely something that are hard to, you know, set and kept set. So this is a reminder too that once you start going through your healing process, you're going to have a lot of people that are going to be pushing back on boundaries that you might have set. So it's important that you continue to keep them up, especially if they're for your own benefit and for your mental health, your emotional health, all of that. Keep those boundaries in place. And if you have not set boundaries and you need to, this is a reminder to start going through what those boundaries should be for you, because everybody's going to be different. If it's, you know, setting rules for yourself, even like I'm not going to be doom scrolling for X amount of time during the day. I'm not going to, you know, allow such and such to happen, you know, fill in the blanks. Boundaries for yourself and for others. And then this is the Star Codes Astro. 4 years overdue. Oh man, the medical system. All right, can I get more confirmation cards from this deck? One at a time, please. Yeah, so far I'm really liking the cards that are coming out for us as a whole. Everything seems very, very positive. We got the sun. Like, that's the most positive thing here. So tap into your source. What makes you feel the way that you feel? What is your guiding light? What illumination that needs to be set? Again, we have tension here, so there's probably some more tension going on between the need for you to be doing some of the healing as well as setting those boundaries. Vesta with the heart, do something that makes you feel comfortable, makes you feel safe, makes you feel at home. And then progressions with journey. This is a new journey coming out. After tonight, you're going to start seeing things progress for you, as well as, again, with your healing journey. That's always a journey, right? You're never done healing. You're never fully healed, quote unquote. And then with Aries, using that Mars energy to kind of take action to the degree that you want to go to get toward your goals. So, you know, putting in place those plans, acting on them, and, you know, kind of jumping headfirst into the new kind of cycle that you want to have. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, I can see how that definitely affected that. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's a lot. All right, and the last deck that I want to pull from for today is the Herbal Astrology. It's weird having glasses on while doing this. Calendula. We've got purity, more sun energy, cleansing the plate, cleansing the palette, and with the shape shifting. With I'm not even going to try to say this name because I'm going to butcher it. Shape shifting. So we are turning into what we want to turn into. We are shape shifting into what we want to see ourselves be with the healing progress. Anything else for tonight? Community. Tap into your community. Your family, your chosen family. And then, yeah, change is coming with the metamorphosis. All right. Your chosen community as well. Okay. Whale. I like it. The World and Temperance. 2 big major arcana cards too, so I feel like that's a lot of big energy coming our way. All right. Let me get organized real fast. Put you down there. Okay. Hey, Tracy. Oh, gosh. 57. My animals going crazy. All right. So, goodness, that was only 30 minutes. Wow. I feel like sometimes I talk too much, and then sometimes I talk like not enough. Most of the time it's the earlier one that I talk way too much. All right. So this is how we're going to do it for tonight. If you want a reading, I'll pull a couple tarot cards for you. Just list your name in the chat. And then Rowan is really good about keeping track of the lists. If you still want to do that, Rowan, I appreciate it. And then we'll kind of just go down the list and until I get brain fried. I mean, I'm not going to go all night, but I've got some time. So essentially my schedule has cleared up and I'm getting back on track to, you know, a normal schedule, a normal workload. And yeah, it's been good to kind of get back into it after a month of just grief and chaos. So yeah, it's been good. Thank you so much, Rowan. Okay, Magda, we're going to start with you. Is there anything, and that was the other thing. If there's anything specific, let me know when you say that you want a reading, or when I call on you. You don't have to back it up, Natasha. List your name out, and then when I call on you, let me know if you just want to see what comes up, or if you have a specific question. Katara, I know. Nothing specific. Okay, perfect. Oh, gosh, that's funny. Okay. Magda. I like that. Okay. It's a great card to get for a message. Anything else for Magda here? Okay. So we have the Ten of Pentacles here, which is fantastic. So if you have been struggling financially, or if you've been feeling like a lack of security, which completely understandable, especially in this economy, it's crazy. Things are going to turn up for you. Things are going to get a little bit easier, a little bit more stable for you. You might even have some people that are willing to, contribute to your stability. I feel like you're going to feel a little bit more grounded. Things are going to come a little bit easier for you, and it's not going to be such a hardship. Things are going to start looking up in the finances. But the advice here is like you're focused too much on not having control of the situation. So, sometimes we're so focused on where's this money going to come from? What do I got to do to get it? Then you're stressed out and you're spiraling. So the Chariot is a card of determination, moving forward. And right now it feels like you're stuck in this, you're spinning your wheels. Instead of moving forward, you're kind of stuck spinning your wheels. And it makes sense. And that's something that we all kind of go back into. But with the Chariot, just know what your skill sets are, that you have what it takes to... Sorry, my dog's going crazy. You have what it takes to get where you need to go. Stay determined, stay ambitious, stay courageous even, and look at things maybe from a different perspective. With the Chariot, we're talking about, taking the reins and really allowing the energy to work for you and just controlling it. So if you feel like you're having self-doubt, the lack of control, lack of ambition, change that into, I do have ambition, I do have control of certain things. I can control how I feel, I can control how I see the situation. Okay? Anything else? Yeah, I feel like you're gonna, once you kind of get over the lack part of it, you're going to move forward. I think it's just seeing things in a different perspective and allowing yourself that surrendering to letting it happen, and even letting people help you. If you have a hard time letting people help you, this is your sign to just try it. Just see how it feels. It's going to be a little weird at first, but it's nice when people come to support you. Okay. And next we got Katara. Okay, anything specific? Ooh. You're welcome, Magda. Just whatever comes out. Okay. I can do that. Two of Wands. Nice. Man, that one wanted to come out. Okay. Oh, recovery. That makes sense. Okay, so Two of Wands. We are planning. We're in the stages of planning is your message. So we need to make decisions about our future. We need to figure out how we want it to be and how we want it to go. I'm trying to see if this is anything specific, but I do see the recovery here with the Ten of Swords and mending. So that makes me feel like this has to deal with your surgery. And that's probably why I'm thinking of it, because you said it. But planning how that's going to go, making decisions. But yeah, getting out of your comfort zone is the next step too. With the Two of Wands, we have the Three of Wands, which is expansion. So with this Two of Wands here, it's definitely getting in touch with having to make some hard decisions, planning and moving forward. And then with the Ten of Swords is all about endings, ending cycles. And then we have, the dramatic part of the Ten of Swords too, with that being, like it is just a dramatic ending when it's upright. But with it being reversed here, talking about regeneration, recovery, moving forward, moving away from it. So it does feel like once you plan, once you figure out what your plans are and you start to implement those and you start making decisions that are going to benefit you, even though they might take you out of your comfort zone, you're going to start seeing more healing taking place, especially when it comes to your mind, because the Ten of Swords is communication, your thoughts, and that sort of thing. I think you're going to start seeing more healing when it comes to, not being overthinking, not, stepping into the negative thought patterns. Yeah, that looks really good. It's really interesting seeing all of the writing, because like I completely blank out everything that's just not the Two of Wands. So I've been like, oh, what is this word? Yeah, so Two of Wands, definitely start thinking about your future, start thinking about what you want to see your future be, and then making plans for it. And then you're going to start seeing that you're going to move from the negative thinking, the negative thought patterns, to a more positive view of how you're going to see your future play out. Doubt remove. You don't know. I doubt removing wisdom teeth is that dramatic. But yeah, I do see you with the negative self thinking up here. We get into a bubble, and when one thing starts going wrong, it starts to spiral, right? So get out of that way of thinking. But yeah, definitely a good thing. Yeah. Okay, you're welcome. The wisdom teeth. All right, and then, yeah, you have changed your mind. Changed your name, sorry. Hi, Jessica. Hey, surf gymnast. It's okay. Hi, Tegan. Thank you so much. Hey, Lori, how are you? All right, Brandy. Brandy said whatever comes out, correct? Yes, that's what I just saw the comment there. All right, Brandy. This is a weird deck to work with. I like it, but I hate it at the same time. Queen of Wands reversed. Oh, interesting. Okay. Nope. Want one card, please? There we go. Thank you. Ask and you shall receive. Okay. Queen of Wands reversed, and then we have Ten of Cups for the advice here. So, have you not been feeling very confident lately? Very much in your power? Because Queen of Wands, she's this like creative, bold, the word I want to say is ego, but that's not what I mean. But like, she's very much in her power. She knows who she is. And when the Queen of Wands comes in reverse, the Queen of Wands in reverse is very much the opposite. It can lend itself to lack of confidence, lack of creativity, feeling like not that girl, you know what I mean? So being reversed here, there's this need to feel back into your power, need to get back into that creativeness, into that feeling like you are that girl, that main character. That's what I want to say. That main character situation. And so we want to light a fire into that right now. And there might be a lot of insecurities that are coming up to the surface, especially tonight, that you might need to heal and move through. Maybe why you feel this way, maybe why things aren't so confident in your neck of the woods. But with the advice here is this Ten of Cups is saying, focus on gratitude, what you do have. Focus on the positive things that are in your life to make you feel like you are that main character. You know, do you have sidekicks? Do you have a really nice wardrobe that you feel confident in when you put it on a pair of jeans or like a nice dress? Something like that. Focus on the blessings, focus on the positive things, and you're going to start building up that confidence a lot more. I know there's people in your corner that love you, that will support you, and then draw your inspiration from that as well. So, you know, again, going back to the clothes, I don't know why, but if there's a specific outfit that you really love, maybe it's the colors, maybe it's the style, maybe play upon that and see why that makes you feel so confident, makes you feel so bold. But yeah, get back to your boldness, get back to your lighting that fire within you, that spark. And then focus on aligning with that, focus on being in harmony with that, and you'll kind of want to be cheesy and be like, you'll see that rainbow that's on the 10 of cups. But yeah, things will start, you know, coming back to you. Things will start feeling more main character syndrome. Hi, Kelly. Welcome in. So when it comes to creating anything, that's the whole purpose of being a human. So creating anything, whether it's writing, whether it's, you know, creating a math problem, building furniture, whatever it is, you were sent on this earth to create, because, you know, that's what we do as humans. We were gifted that to, you know, share and be a part of something and make it better. And so when somebody puts your art down or your creativity down, that's a reflection on them and not on you. So if you feel that, you know, you want to stop doing something because someone had put it down or said something negative, that's on them. What you need to focus on is, how does that make you feel? Do you feel like it is something that gives you life? Does that give you joy? Then do it. And again, if you're creating something, it doesn't need to be for capitalism. It doesn't need to be for profit. It can just be because it makes you feel good. It can just be because it brought a smile to your face or it was relaxing. It doesn't need to be, you know, it just needs to be for you. So regardless of what anybody says, if it makes you feel positive, continue to do it. And don't let anybody stand in your way. I don't know how many times in my life I had stopped doing something that brought me joy because I got made fun of, or I got put down about it, or I was told that that's not going to be something that's profitable. And so I stopped doing it. And only later in life did I go back to it because it brought me joy. So don't allow other people, I don't care if it's, you know, your mom or, you know, your best friend, whomever, don't let anybody stop you from, you know, feeling joy. Period. Feel free. Yeah, that's exactly right. Feeling free. Feeling like you're just a part of something bigger, you know? Like you're just in flow. Yeah, in flow. All right. Hopefully that helps. Yeah, create your own characters. All right, Jessica, you're up next. No specific question. All right. You are so welcome. Jessica W. I'm going to pull this again because I'm not sure that was supposed to come out. 8 of Cups reverse. Ah. Okay. We're going to go with 8 of Swords. Ace of Swords, geez, for the advice here. So 8 of Cups, this usually talks about walking away from something that no longer serves you anymore, especially emotionally. Oh, Lori, you just say you want a reading, and yep, perfect. Thank you, Rowan. You're welcome. Thank you. It's good to see you. Absolutely, Tegan. We'll add you to the list as well. Okay, sorry, I was catching up on comments. Okay, so Jessica, Eight of Cups usually talks about, moving away from things that aren't, doing you any service anymore. But reverse, it usually is talking about stagnation, that you're stuck in place. So there's something that's keeping you tethered to your situation, and especially emotionally right now, that you need to examine and look at as to why you can't let it go and leave it behind. It could be you're avoiding it as well. Something as simple as like, I'll deal with it later. I have better things to do right now. I have to focus on this, that, and the other. I'll get to this when I can get to it. But when we avoid things, it's that age-old saying, what we resist persists, right? So like it will eventually get worse before it gets better. So if you are having a hard time moving forward because things are holding you back, the Ace of Swords is saying we need to take a good look and get some clarity on the situation and figure out why this is making you feel a certain way. So with the Ace of Swords, this is all about having that light bulb moment, like, aha, I get it now. And kind of that sword of truth in like the Lady of the Lake stories with the Arthurian legends, where you cut through the BS and you're like, all right, I'm done with the stagnation. I'm done with feeling like I'm just, staying in place, spiraling. So I need to figure out why this is, why I can't let it go, why I can't just move forward. So it's usually, with the Eight of Cups, it's usually all about, your emotions kind of holding you there in place. So again, with tonight, kind of work through those feelings and see, yes, the Lady of the Lake, Nimue, I can't ever pronounce names correctly. When I read, it's almost like dyslexia, where like I think of it in different, anyway, I'm getting off track. So make sure that you're examining your feelings when you're looking at it in a factual way instead of an emotional way, because the emotions are tying you to that stagnation. Oh, you're so welcome. Yeah, just look at it. Think of it like you are reading like a scientific journal, or you're reading somebody else's story. Like, you already know where it's going because you've seen the patterns and you recognize it, right? So when you're looking at your own situation, now just look at it from that perspective. Like, take yourself out of the emotional state and put it into a more fact base, and see where you can change and what you can leave behind and let go. So hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, cutting through the BS. And sometimes our emotions can cloud a lot of that, that thought process. It's like, oh, well, I feel comfortable here. This is my safe zone. Or, this person I've known forever, I can't say goodbye to because, we have a history. And it's like, okay, boundaries, right? Like, let's look at it in a different way. Oh, the Delilah. That's cute. All right, we have Winifred. I thought you said the same thing, just whatever comes up. Let me double check. I really like that name, Winifred. It's like Winifred. Move soon. Okay, whether I will move soon. Perfect. You got this, Jessica. You got this. And then tonight with this eclipse, it's going to bring up some hard truths too. Hard things. Because there's a lot of things that we have been avoiding. So with this eclipse, it can bring it to the surface. Let's see. Hocus pocus, baby. 'Tis the season. I gotta start watching my spooky movies. Ooh. like any day now. Okay. There we go. Six of Wands. I would say yes, progress. Six of Wands is all about, the six is usually like a transition number too, where we're kind of like in flow. So definitely think that there could be some moving happening for you in the near future. And the advice is to listen to your intuition when it comes to moving. So look at the agreements, the legalese, listen to your gut. If you get a chance to see the place before you move, like if there's a specific place that you're applying to and they can show you around, go in there and get a vibe of it. You know what I mean? Like, see how you can feel if there's anything kind of icky, like look and make sure everything is up of par, you know? Because you'll know whether you're comfortable or not. That gut feeling of like, oh yeah, this is the place. This I feel at home here. This is the great place to be, versus something's weird in here and like I don't like the vibes. Or just listen to your intuition because your gut is going to tell you. But as far as will you be moving soon, I definitely think so. Keep looking out for the listings. I feel like there might be something, like, you know how you go to like Zillow or like Redfin or whatever? There's probably going to be a place that wasn't on your radar that shows up soon. There's something about listening to your gut, and like you'll know when to check that website or wherever you go to look at moving. I don't know why, but that makes sense in my head. That's what I'm seeing. But yes, Six of Wands, success, transition. I do see you moving soon, but listen to your gut when it comes to, you know, everything about it, because it's going to give you the feelers that you need. You know what? Sometimes it's never what we expect either. We moved at the place that we're at, and it was not even on our radar. It just happened one day to pop up, and we're like, okay, we'll just go check it out. So happy. So yeah, it is just listen to your gut. And, you know, if the people showing you the place are acting really shady and all that stuff, it's going to cause you more trouble in the long run. So make sure you're reading over all of the agreements, all of the fine print. I love Kathy Najimy. Yeah, she's great. All right. So then we have Lady D. Lady D. Don't know if you said that you wanted anything specific. Lady D, did you want a specific question, or did you just want to see what comes up? That was really weird. I just got Skater Boy from Avril Lavigne randomly popped in my head. I haven't listened to Avril Lavigne probably since early 2000s. Oh, you did early in the chat. Okay. Let me scroll. Dang it. All right. I can't find it. I am so sorry. Let me see. I see all of your comments welcoming people, but I don't see your... Oh, there it is. Never mind. Uh, okay. All right, got it. What does the divine / universe message for you today? I may be an old dog, but I still got it. I swear I was trying to figure out this technology today, and I was like, I am not that old. I am not that old. I can figure this out. I know what I'm doing. All right. How's everybody doing? Come on. Universe is like, we want to be cheeky. Okay. I think you just need to think outside the box here. Give yourself more credit with this 7 of Swords in reverse. Can I get advice, please? For Lady D. If you're thinking that, imposter syndrome, that's really, yeah, okay, I like it. Okay, so with the 7 of Swords, in general, it talks about, could be thinking outside the box. It could be like a situation where, you're either lying to yourself or people are lying to you. It can be an indication of deceit, extramarital affairs and all that stuff. In the sense of it being reversed, as well as it being a message from the universe, it's really asking you to give yourself some grace. So, Lady D, if you've been feeling like you don't fit in, or you feeling like you're not good enough to, do a certain task or a project or be in a space, it's your brain lying to you. It's not anything having to do with you at all. It's just all internal. And especially when it comes to imposter syndrome, I've experienced it and I'm still experiencing it. It is something that you have to actively work toward and work through, because again, your brain likes to lie to you. Your brain likes to deceive, hence the 7 of Swords. So when we're talking about imposter syndrome, it's also believing in yourself more, believing that you have everything that it takes to be who you want to be, to do what you want to do, and to achieve what you want to achieve, especially with this Magician card as the advice here to move through it. Just know you have everything already in you. You have everything you need to achieve the goals that you want to achieve, to be in the space that you want to be in. So for instance, if we're talking imposter syndrome, I have it constantly. I don't feel like I should, be in the space that I'm in. I feel like I, sometimes who am I, right? Who am I? So knowing and switching your brain around to being like, I deserve to be here. I have worked hard. I know what I'm doing. All of these things. It's really, flipping that mindset. So I just saw Jessica 61 here. Hey, Pretty Bug. This is the territorial tarot. I love you guys. I've got new ways of screwing up. Right? If I could go back. But yes, Lady D, just stay positive with your skill set, with who you are. Embody your highest potential, your favorite self, I like to say. And you'll work through that feeling of ooh, I don't know. Or, your brain, like I said, your brain it likes to play tricks. And it likes to lie, but you are a talented individual that needs to give herself more credit. You're welcome. All right, Tegan, did you have a specific question? It is pretty. This is my first time using it on a live. I've used it only on myself before. I got it at a thrift store, so, you know, being resourceful over here. So, I figured we'll break it out because sometimes my brain likes to shut down after very many, very many clients. So, sorry while I take my pill. Next 4 months look like for you? It's just medication, YouTube. It's just medication. All right, what does the next 4 months look like for Tegan? Yep, I'm in my 30s. Mid to late 30s. Woohoo! What a time to be alive. Oh, goodness. Okay, one at a time, please. Queen of Wands. Interesting. That came up again. Okay. Next 4 months. So with the Queen of Wands, she is in her power. So you do not have to be of the female gender to embody the Queen of Wands. Same with any of the genders in the deck. It's more of the divine feminine. So being able to receive, being able to nurture, that sort of a thing. Whereas the King is more action, movement, that sort of a thing. So the next 4 months for you looks pretty good as far as, you know, you creating what you want to create for yourself. So if you're looking at anything creative, so even if you're doing more of social media, that sort of a thing, you're going to see your confidence build. You're going to see success. You're going to start seeing building a following. I don't know if this makes sense to you, but that's what I'm seeing. But you're gonna be building something of a following if you stay determined and stay in your own power, if you know what I mean, like that main character syndrome, not having the toxicity of it, but like knowing what you're worth, knowing your values, and knowing what you bring to the table, and staying confident in that. You're going to start seeing the rewards of your efforts. Start a TikTok. Do it. Do the TikTok. And I'll tell that to anybody. Just if you want to, just even as a practice, like just start a TikTok. You can make your videos private, so it's only you that sees them, so you can see how you are on camera, or, you know, what your vibe is. But yeah, start a TikTok, Tegan, because I definitely think that you're going to be building a following. You're going to start seeing success of the social media, as well as you're going to be, the words need to come out of my mouth, successful over the next 4 months. You're going to start seeing things coming into you instead of you putting out and not seeing the return of your work. The Two of Pentacles as the advice, though, is needing to be adaptable with your time as well as your efforts. So listen to your intuition with what you need to moderate as far as putting in your time. So your priorities might be changing day to day. Your schedule might be looking different on what you need to prioritize, but making sure you find an even, you can juggle in a good way. So for instance, if you are starting this TikTok, you need to be able to not be on TikTok all the time. Like, give yourself time to be away from it, to put time into other things, your other responsibilities, other practical matters, and time management with the with the Two of Pentacles is going to be key. So overall, generally speaking, the next 4 months look like they're going to be busy for you. Look like that you're going to have a lot of commitments, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just about prioritizing them, and making sure that you have that good time management for everything that you are dipping your toes into. You are going to be in that receiving energy. So think about, flowing instead of putting in so much action to make things happen. Allow them to happen. Stay confident, stay in your power, stay bold, be who you are, be authentically you, but like use your creativity, if that makes sense. So successful next 4 months, just make sure you prioritize your time management. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't know if it's going to be banned, but if it is, dumb. That's my answer. It's dumb. But social media in general, it's not going away anytime soon. So you'll make your mark on it. Open up what next new thing comes in TikTok's place. Alrighty. Lori, General, you got it. You're welcome, Tegan. Ooh, okay. Strength in reverse. No. Just one at a time, please. Okay, let's get an advice card here for Lori, please. Move through this energy. Okay. King of Wands in reverse. All right, so strength in reverse talks about, being vulnerable in the weaknesses, being not in your full embodiment of empowerment. So you might be struggling with a lot of emotional insecurity, as well as you might be feeling like less than with the, hey, geeking out. Welcome in. Feeling less than, like not completely empowered is what I'm getting. It's not necessarily like weak as in physical, but I'm feeling like there's some underlying need to feel more empowered in your how you hold yourself and what you go through. And then with the King of Wands in reverse as the advice, King of Wands is definitely someone who embodies being the person that inspires, being the person that is super creative, somebody who is a leader. So in reverse, they are kind of like the shadow side of that. So somebody who is very much like into themselves and into what people can bring to them. But how I'm reading this is in order to kind of get through this strength in reverse here, this not feeling so confident, a lack of focus, is giving yourself more control of the situation. Because with the King of Wands in reverse, we're, on that shadow side of like wanting to be controlling everybody, but when we're reading it this way, it's all about you taking back control, taking back the reins, and putting inspiration back into what you want to do, and to embolden yourself. Putting the power back into you and not necessarily allowing the lack of confidence to take over. If that makes sense at all. I feel like I'm word jumbling. But taking back your strength, taking back your feeling like maybe you're not as empowered as you were before, And then the King of Wands, just putting back that motivation, putting that back into you, putting that back into what you do, lighting that fire again, which we kind of talked about earlier with the Queen of Wands. But yeah, not allowing yourself to sit in that. Does that make sense? Is that resonating? Okay. I just want to pull one more card for Lori here. Just to see if we can kind of get a little bit more information here since they're both reversed. Thank you. Justice. Okay, balance. Balance. If there's been a lack of balance, like we talked about earlier with the Two of Pentacles being very much time management, priorities, that sort of thing. But if there's been a lack of balance emotionally and in homes, that sort of a thing, you'll start to put that back into it, get more clarity, get more that again with that sort of truth. Things will even out, things will get better. Things will start to feel more harmonious and more in sync. Putting more trust in yourself that you can make the right decisions, that you know what's best for you and your family, knowing that you can be, what's the word I'm looking for? Not motivated, but independent. I'll get there. Self-starter, where when you can kind of like make the decisions and when you can proceed and make those decisions from a place of empowerment, you'll be fine. That balancing out of we're talking my brain's going. It's that time of the night. We're talking about balancing not only your priorities, but putting that empowerment back, and then it's going to create that more harmony. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that resonates. Okay. I swear, there are times when I'm like, I have never had my mind go that blank before. But you know when you're thinking of a word and it's on the tip of your tongue and then everything goes blank and you're like, that was that moment. Oh, those synchronicities. Maybe you should reach out. Oh, the Throne of Glass, is that the series, the ACOTAR, the other series that she wrote? I read the first book. A Court of Thorns and Roses or something. We're all complex people, Lori. It's okay. You see me, I'm crazy. All right, Cutie Julia is next. I don't know if I'm going to check and see if you already did your question on here. And then Geeking Out is going to be the last one for a minute. We'll assess after, now that my brain is doing the brain fog thing. Okay. I'm just going to try to find if you wrote the question down. If not... Whatever comes through. Okay, perfect. Okay, I thought so. That's the next series after I finish her ACOTAR series. There's so many books. I have like a to be read list that's longer than the circumference of the earth, I feel like. Okay, what comes through for Cutie Julia? Thank you, Rowan. Oh, nice. We love the Three of Swords in reverse. Okay, well, we'll keep this one too. Alright, so Three of Swords in reverse is the message. And so this is talking about healing. So when the Three of Swords is upright, it talks about heartbreak, loss, pain, that sort of a thing. When it's in the reverse, it's all about healing, letting go of the pain, letting go of the past, letting go of negative self-belief systems. And I love that it says forgiveness here, because that's kind of what we talked about earlier with the theme of today, is allowing ourselves to heal, forgiving ourselves and forgiving others, and moving through that. So fantastic to see this. We love the reverse of the Three of Swords. So whatever's been, kind of having you go through it, it's time to move past it. We're healing now. We're in the stages of a healing. And the Nine of Wands is like the resilient card. It's the perseverance card. It's like, we're so close. We're getting there. And in reverse, it's kind of talking about like still having a struggle, but having that tiredness from having to struggle. And so you're probably still feeling a little bit of that sluggishness, a little bit of that, like, oh, I'm ready for this to be over with right now. I'm ready for it to just be done. So there's that exhaustion coming from the healing and the letting go. But we still have that energy of perseverance. We're getting through it. We're moving through it, even through the fatigue, even through the exhaustion, because we're still at a 9. We're almost there. We're moving forward. And then this came out with the Knight of Wands, so I just wanted to pull it too. Eight of Wands is all about getting that energy unstuck. We're moving forward. It's quick movement. It's things happening really fast. So if you've been feeling stuck, if you've been feeling that exhaustion, that struggle, you're going to move through it quickly. Things are going to happen in more of a fast situation. There's going to be action taking place, and you're going to be able to be in harmony and in alignment with what you are wanting out of this healing and out of this situation. Now that I broke her, are you talking about me, that you broke me? We still have a lot of fire on here with the air. So getting that spark back. That's been a theme throughout. I keep saying that. All right. Oh, you're sweet. All right. Thank you so much, cutie. All right, we got Kelly C next. I'm going to try. I just don't want you guys to have to retype if you've already typed it. That's all. You're welcome. Oh, perfect. What does the universe look like for me in the next few months? Healing for you too. All right. We're going to pull the Magician too. All right. I love it. So the next few months, you're going to be moving through this healing energy. Letting go of things that have caused you pain, similar to the previous reading. So very much we're in our healing energy. We're in our healing journey. We're moving through the things that have held us back in the past. Very similar to the overall energy of the eclipse. So then we have the Six of Wands, which is all about success. So you're going to start seeing, so when you're out of this energy of grief and loss, heartbreak, it doesn't matter, you know, what the situation is. The feeling of that is kind of very similar, right? It's just a deep pain, right? So we're talking about healing and letting go. When you're out of that, I'll just say the negative feelings of it, when you're into the space of healing and opening up, you're going to start seeing things move forward with success, and you're going to start seeing things happen for you because you're working toward that. Definitely seeing progress, definitely seeing yourself. It'll start by little things. You'll start noticing little things that are like happening, and you're like, oh, yay, it's happening in my favor. Everything's working out for me. That happened. And then you're going to start seeing bigger things roll in. So if you've been working on manifesting, or if you've been working on like law of assumption, law of attraction, anything like that, you'll start noticing little signs that things are coming in for you. Definitely seeing success in every area that you put the effort into, because we also have the Magician here, which is all about you having the tools and the skill sets to accomplish what you want to accomplish, staying determined, staying focused on your goals, staying clear in what you want. You'll start seeing the fruits of your labor, so to speak. But yeah, if you have been dealing with feeling stuck, feeling like you're in this situation of why me? Why does this happen? Not necessarily victimhood, but if you're stuck in that, like, God, like one more thing, you're going to start seeing that you're going to pull yourself out of it. You're going to get out of that spiral, and you're going to start noticing the little things happening that will start improving and being successful, and little nuggets of like progress. Guitarist, she don't know any of these people you're saying. I love that you're trying, though. That's so nice. She's like... That's so sweet. You might have just seen her in here. She's been in the lives here before, I believe. She's like determined. She's like, yep, I'm going to figure out. That's so sweet. You're so welcome, Kelly. All right, next is Tracy G. And I will see if you already wrote your question out. 3 months, okay. Lots of big unrelated events for me this fall. Huh, okay. I get that. There's been times where transition, okay? We're going to keep moving, keep pulling cards. Oh, that's the kids outside. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So the fall, this is a transition period. So there's a lot of moving happen. Not necessarily like moving house, but like moving on from something and moving into something else. The Six of Swords is also like a healing situation. So whatever you are transitioning to is going to provide you with comfort and provide you with more of a sense of feeling, I want to say safe, but that's not the correct word that I want to say, and I can't verbalize what I'm feeling. But the Six of Swords in the next couple months, this is all about like moving on from chaos to calmer waters, moving on from like just sheer like constant, I don't know, what ifs, blah, 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 to, okay, things are calm now, things are doing better, things are easier, maybe even taking things bit by bit instead of having to deal with everything all at once. But it's a good change. It's a good transition. It's a good place to be. I like the Six of Swords in general. I feel like it's a peaceful card. It's one that comes after some big changes and big upsets, but in the sense of big unknowns happening. So with the Six of Swords, this is all about like going from the big changes and the big crazy to something calmer and easier, more peaceful. With the advice here is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So there may be some stagnation. Maybe there's some like hesitation is the word I want to use. Hesitation with making decisions in the fall because of not knowing what's going to be the end result. Sometimes when we're in a transition period, especially with the Six of Swords, we look at where we're going, but we're not exactly sure where we're going to land. So like when you look at the card, usually it has a little family in a boat and it's moving toward, like, I think it's usually an island. There's a shore there. And so you're not sure which part of the shore you're going to land on. And so sometimes that creates hesitation to make the transition or to make the change, to make something new happen because we're afraid of that unknown. But with the Page of Pentacles, what's great about this card, especially when it's upright, is that it's a like a young energy. So it's more of like if you look at it like a child's point of view, you can learn to comfort it and it be okay. So the Page of Pentacles is all about like staying practical, staying grounded, staying in the sense of learning to be sorry, voices. So voices outside. It's distracted. Page of Pentacles, learning to get back onto your manifestation and your financial journey. So you can kind of take that feeling of hesitation and kind of turn it on its head to being like, that's okay. We're going to learn through it. We're going to process through it. Yeah, kids are playing outside. I'm so sorry. It's because sometimes the kids that play outside sound like my animals. And I'm like, wait a minute, did they get outside? So that's why I'm like, oh, wait. Anywho, so back to you. These next couple of months, if you learn to work through your hesitation and even the procrastination that you are putting off, if you flip it on its head and make it be more of a learning situation and look at it like that, like, why do I feel like I'm hesitating? Why do I feel like I'm doing this procrastination? You can move through it and feel more grounded in this transition period, if that makes sense. With it being the Page of Pentacles too, I do see once you kind of flip it on its head, that there's going to be opportunities for more finances to come in. So this could be you allowing yourself to go to calmer waters, but in a more opportune way, if that makes sense. So if you're worried about the transition, don't be worried. Don't fret too much about it. Just kind of work through your fears, work through those hesitations, and know that the calmer waters are coming. stinks, Katara. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's fun. When you started saying that you were making friendship bracelets, I was like, oh, a Swiftie. I am not up on the Taylor Swift lore. I just know that friendship bracelets apparently are a thing in the Swiftie community. Yeah, no, I get it. Things can be, people can be very interesting. Um, but it kind of goes back to that first, one of the first readings. And, don't let people make you feel a certain way about what you're doing. Like, Natasha, your words. So if they have made you feel like you can't connect with tarot anymore because of a certain way they projected onto you, that's their problem. So if you can find a way to work through that and figure out why you felt connected to your decks in the first place, and work through it with joy and love, and kind of allow those people to take a back seat in your brain, then maybe you can kind of connect a little bit better. Hopefully, excuse me, confirmation burp. Then maybe you can feel a little bit better about tarot again. I know some things are spoiled by people, and that really sucks. But don't let their awfulness, I'll say, prevent you from doing something that once brought you joy. Okay, geeking out with Melly Mel. I see. Did you have a specific question, Melly Mel? I'm sorry. People can be awful. Okay, I don't know if I can tell you who, but I can possibly tell you how to connect. Ultimately, it's you reaching out to them, you asking them to, like, sometimes if you ask in a particular way, they'll come through in that particular way. So, like, if you say, I don't know, off the top of my head, show me a feather, show me a specific sign, and then you'll see it the next day or whatnot. But yeah, let's see. In The Sims, did you delete the ladder in the swimming pool then? Horrible. Okay, let's see. That one wanted to come out. Okay. All right. We'll keep that one. Oh, okay. Temperance. Let's see here. Okay, so Temperance, that is a good kind of like spirit guide card to come out, as well as the Star. So I'm seeing Temperance, so I feel like that's confirmation. But Alchemy is definitely something to connect with if you're like dealing with healing, asking for them to help with that. Emperor is all about planning and taking charge. So, like we talked about earlier, is, taking the initiative to ask them for signs, ask them to tell you who they are. Death is about big changes, rebirth. So if you are trying to communicate with them, it could create a new relationship, a new change in how you go about contacting them and connecting with them. And the Magician is just more key, or more confirmation that you are the one to have that initiative moving forward and you being the one reaching out. So let me see how this ties to what you're asking. Do you work with angel energy at all or anything like that? Okay. I just read your comment about if you feel. So this is just from me, from my experience. If you have an experience like that and you instantly think of a specific person, that's who it is. In every sense of the word, with those things that have happened to me, that's always been the indicator. But the reason why I ask about the, angel energy or anything like that is because Temperance usually has an angel, can be depicted as an angel. Okay. This is interesting. I've never had this question before. So that's why I'm taking a minute, because I've never like had somebody ask me who they were. But I do know that for you to connect with them, it's up to you to take the initiative. And it's up to you to kind of set the parameters. So, for instance, like we talked about earlier with the feather, how you want to connect. So, my advice to you is the next time, if that happens with the TV, the entertainment center, if it happens, see if you can create a connection, ask it to do it again, that sort of a situation. Ooh, that's interesting. It's a touch light. Ooh. Yeah, so definitely I would ask it to do it again. Like I would say, if you're my aunt, make it go off again. But set the parameters. You're in charge, basically, is what I'm seeing here. Is you're in charge. You set the parameters up. You figure it out. I'm not going to be able to tell you. I can't tell you who your spirit guides are. For me personally, I connect just by asking a general spirit team, right? There's only one instance when I asked directly who one of them was, and in a dream I woke up and I heard the name. So it was really weird and I instantly knew. So the other thing I could tell you is if you have a pendulum, you can start using that and connecting that way, asking questions through that. Meditation is going to be a big one as well. I think on YouTube you can find a whole bunch of different guided meditations where you can like meet your higher self. You can, probably meet your spirit team. Just use it with discernment. But I don't feel any negativity from that situation. Girl, neither am I. Neither am I. I have a hard time with the visualization part of meditating because my active brain wants to take over, and then like I lose visualization. So it just takes practice. It just takes you figuring out what works best for you. Music helps. Yeah, I find like when I'm doing a task, I can zone out and meditate with music just fine. But if I'm having to sit down and they're telling me what to visualize, that's when I'm like, okay, I can't visualize it. See a red candle. Where? What do you mean? See a red candle? Nope, blank up there. So yeah, it's definitely one of those trial and error things. But you have the power, you have the communication in your hands. I definitely think that once you start trying new ways of communicating with them, what you could do too is you could ask, you can reach out, even write it on a piece of paper, what your intentions are, that you want to meet your spirit guides in your dream. And you can ask for them to come through, write it on a piece of paper, stick it in your pillowcase, and go to sleep with those intentions and see what happens in the spirit, in the dream world, dream realm, if they come through. Because again, that's what happened with me. I got my answer in my dream. So everybody's different, but maybe try that. That sounds like you? Not to hijack it, but any messages? You got the power. So you want me to pull again for you? It's all right. I'll pull a card and see if there's any other messages for you. Because that was kind of an interesting question. Let's see. Any other message? Let's see. Two of Cups, we've got harmony, unity, and then reversed, we've got the Page of Pentacles. Procrastination. Not moving forward. So message being, there's going to be some form of harmony, partnership, focus on it. Strong partnership. But yeah, don't procrastinate through this. Don't stay stagnant. I don't know if this feels like it's coming through from your spirit team. Really weird. That's what I'm getting. So don't procrastinate on trying to connect, because once you connect, there's going to be a good partnership with you and your spirit guides, your spirit team. That's what I'm getting, because I'm not getting any kind of like, even though like it's a love card, I'm not getting like a love message. I'm getting more of that. Yeah. Take the initiative. And then you're going to find that it's going to be a good working partnership. Don't be afraid of connecting either, is what I just heard. Don't be afraid. If you have been putting it off, trying to connect, don't put it off anymore. Try to figure out a way to make that connection. Procrastinate a lot. Same. Oh my goodness. It's after 7. Okay. At the top of the video. Oh, that was from like the last time I did the live. It stays on the screen for whatever reason. You're so welcome. I think I'm going to call it a night. Just because it's getting late. But highly recommend trying to work through any kind of healing that you need to work through tonight. Use water. Give yourself a nice soothing cleanse in the shower, water bath, whatever that looks like to you to get through it. Intense feelings right now. So thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. This hopefully will be more consistent. So every new moon, full moon. Again, before I do any lives, I'll send it out on my community tab. So hopefully, if you're not seeing any of the notifications, make sure you hit the notification bell so that way you'll get all of the notifications. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Oh, it's 10. Oh, you're up late. You're up late. Okay, so yes. So everything will be in the community tab, and then you'll know. So it hopefully won't just be a surprise live. So thank you so much to Rowan. Everybody give her a huge thank you for being a great mod. You are fantastic, Rowan. Thank you. And thank you all for hanging out with me. I love you and I like you. And yeah, I know you're all subscribed because you're commenting. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your full moon. And I will see you in my next video.